a crane that is partially collapsed. This is at 57th Street and 6th Avenue.
And we have some pictures just coming into the newsroom. A crane is hanging off the side of a 300-metre tall building in Manhattan. The luxury apartment block is currently under construction.
In the early afternoon of Monday, October 29th, a YouTube video shows Superstorm Sandy's high winds mangling this 26,000-pound construction crane, leaving its boom dangling 1,000 feet over a natural gas main in the center of Midtown.
And I saw this picture that I'd never forget, the one that would never wanted to see, with the boom hanging backward. I was leaning toward 80-20 of it falling, because as you see things, and that's still windy, it's still moving. So in my mind, that boom was gonna go. And there's nothing you could do.
It was a big concern because it was pretty mangled. And we were all concerned about what would that do to the rest of the machinery, or if the cables, worse yet, if the cables didn't hold, then it would have gone down. And this is all possibilities that go through your mind as you're wondering what the hell is going to happen next.
This crisis at one of the tallest and most luxurious residential buildings became another symbol of the city's wounded infrastructure and a possible disaster. For the first time since the storm, the developers, the construction crew, and the city officials involved in the crane collapse shared the panic-stricken moments to secure the precarious machinery that was being tossed around in 80-mile-an-hour winds. As the fire department blocked off the streets below and evacuated the area, the first order of business: make sure that the supporting structure, or the mast, wasn't in any danger of falling. Michael Alacha from the Department of Buildings and Nick Grecco from LEASE, the construction contractor, walked up more than 40 floors of the luxury building to get a closer look. The upper floors were still under construction, with no walls, and the wind was howling.
Now, once you get to the open floors, it sounds like you're in World War III outside. Not only have to struggle with the wind, you're going up unfinished stairs to get into the next level. So it got more challenging as you got closer to that last high. We were maybe more focused than scared. I don't want to say we were scared, but we knew we had a job to do.
We cracked a few jokes, particularly about how slow some of us were going up. It was nervous laughter, I would say, and that was probably the last time I smiled for about 3 straight days.
We got an opportunity to look at the actual damage of the boom, and it was just a mangled thing. Now we said, oh, what are we going to do?
But the biggest hurdle was the complete communication blackout caused by the superstorm.
Everybody's going through a hurricane. There were cell phone issues, there were power issues, there were internet issues, no email. So it was text messaging and phone calls, as long as whoever you were calling was in a zone where they had service. And we are all operating somehow out of the lobby of a building that doesn't have anything.
Several days later, with the storm moving away from New York City, a meticulous engineering solution was designed. On Saturday, workers began manually turning the dangling boom nearly 210 degrees counterclockwise to the side of the building. Next, they tied the broken boom with 8 steel cables to the building on 3 floors.
Phase 2 was to quickly stabilize the boom, so at least you can send workers to continue the securing. We've responded to so many incidents in my career, at least in the city, but this is a very unique incident.
While a potentially explosive catastrophe was avoided, city officials say they are serious about preventing accidents in the future. Eventually, the boom will be cut apart with saws and dismantled piece by piece.